Let's do the reveal.
We'll do 1, 2, 3.
I'm trying to figure out what this is. Sesame oil?
Ow!
Ooh, you okay?
Ooh, hot. I don't want to add it. Is that okay? I don't want to.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Chris.
And I'm Jasmine.
Welcome back to another video.
For today's video, we are doing a vegan chop challenge, which you probably already know from the title. But basically, this video will be just like the show Chopped.
Except way lower budget, and we're kind of just piecing it together as we go.
And it's only the two of us, so I'm gonna have to film Chris. Chris is gonna have to film me. I wish we could do it at the same time, but it would be kind of insane.
If we had a camera person, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But we don't. So basically the idea is I'm gonna be choosing 2 ingredients, and then Jasmine's also gonna be choosing 2 ingredients, and we're not gonna know what they are until we both reveal them, and then we have to use all 4 of those ingredients to make a recipe.
Yeah, so you guys will see what recipes and what ingredients we choose. I don't really know how this video is gonna go, so bear with us. This may be a chaotic video or maybe a successful video, so we'll see at the end.
And before we get started, if you're new here, you can subscribe down below. We really appreciate you being here, and you can also hit that bell to get notifications when we post videos every Wednesday and Friday.
And we share all things vegan, so we make vegan recipes, we share vlogs, I don't know, everything in between.
Taste tests.
Taste test, how to eat vegan at fast food restaurants and chain restaurants.
It's a good time.
All the things, yeah. If you ever have more suggestions, you can leave them down below. But we're gonna get started in today's video. All right, so we have ingredients in the fridge and the pantry that we can use, and I don't really have any plan going into this. There were some recipes that I wanted to make during the week, but I don't want to screw myself and like set my mind on those recipes. And Chris just throws a curveball at me and I'm not able to make what I planned. So I need to kind of just let go of that and go with the flow. I do think I want to pick a condiment just because we have like so many on our doors here and I just want to use them up. That's kind of the reason why I'm going to pick one. I kind of want to play this safe because I feel like Chris is going to be the one to pick a curveball ingredient. So to prevent any additional chaos, I'm gonna get some safe ingredients, and hopefully doing this will save my ass. So we have some soy sauce here. Yeah, I wanna use soy sauce because there's so many different things you can do with soy sauce. And if I end up making a sweet recipe, I may be able to use it too. I haven't done it before, but I've seen it done, and I feel like it'll be fairly easy. And then for savory recipes, I feel like this goes well with a lot. So I'm gonna choose soy sauce. And I'm also gonna choose something from the pantry. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna play it safe. Sorry, you can leave your comments about me down below, but I am just expecting the worst with Chris's choices. So, I'm gonna choose one of my favorite ingredients. I don't know where it is. Rice is life, so I'm gonna pick rice.
I kind of want to make things weird. Hot sauce? No. Jasmine doesn't like spicy stuff, so I don't think that would be fair. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with mustard. I love mustard. And this one is technically spicy brown mustard, but I think it's not too spicy, so let's go with this. We have some serious options in here. I'm not gonna show you the full thing because it is a complete mess. But let's see. Enchilada sauce? So mustard or candy. Should I do candy? That would just be too much. I want to make this a little bit practical. You know what? I found this peanut butter. Let's do it. Crunchy peanut butter. All right.
So we were gonna do one box, but we realized that
we'd be able to see what was in the box.
Well, Chris would have because I went first. So we have 2 different boxes.
Let's do the reveal.
We'll do 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, okay.
So I picked, I wanted to keep it simple. So brown rice and soy sauce, and we also have a lot of cooked brown rice in the fridge as well. I feel like that's kind of fair game to use.
And then I picked, as you saw, crunchy peanut butter and mustard, spicy brown mustard.
Okay, well.
Gonna get weird here.
I mentioned that I had a recipe that I wanted to make this week.
Does it fit?
It fits, kind of. This is the one that I'm like, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna incorporate this, but these three, I already know what I'm gonna do. So should we roll or flip a coin to see who goes first, or rock, paper, scissors?
Best 2 out of 3 or just 1?
2 out of 3.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Oh, okay.
It's coming down to
Oh shit, I guess I go. Oh, I guess I get to pick. You go first. Oh.
Okay.
Let's do
Here
it.
we go. All right, so it's time to start cooking. I had to do a little bit of brainstorming. I had a pretty good idea of what I wanted to actually make, but I just needed to make sure that I had all the ingredients available in the home. One thing we forgot to mention earlier was that we aren't able to go out and get any of the groceries that we need. We can only use what we have in the house. So I think I scraped it together. I'm gonna be making a peanut fried rice. So I'm gonna be making like a peanut butter sauce with, I don't know how it's gonna be with mustard, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna be mixing some rice that we have with some vegetables and some different spices and this just egg. So I'm making like a peanut egg fried rice and hope it comes out good. So let's get cooking. So to make our sauce, I'm gonna just be throwing everything into a blender. It's gonna be super easy. I have some peanut butter here, the crunchy peanut butter. We're gonna add some fresh garlic, some fresh ginger, a little bit of oat milk. You can use any plant-based milk that you'd like. Just make sure it's unsweetened. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Sesame oil? Maple syrup, that's what it is. Then we have sesame oil, rice vinegar, and now I gotta add the mustard. I'm really scared. 1 teaspoon or 2, what do you think?
I would do 1,
oh,
but
I'm gonna go 2. Oh, we'll see how it goes. I know some peanut sauces have hot sauce in it, so I'm thinking this could be a replacement for that. All right, we blend it all together and we have our peanut sauce. It smells pretty good. Now it is time to make our fried rice. I'm just gonna fire on the stove here. We're gonna set it to about medium heat. I also wanted to stress this fried rice is nowhere near traditional, so just kind of improvising with the given circumstances. So I don't even know if peanut fried rice is really a thing, but it sounds good to me. So, all right, so first thing first, we're gonna add some oil to our wok. Just gonna eyeball it, probably about a tablespoon. All right, we're gonna add in some garlic and about 1/2 an onion. And then we'll just let this cook for a little while. At this point in time, we're also gonna add in our just egg. If you've never cooked with just egg, it is pretty crazy how realistic looking that it comes out. The taste can be a little bland, so I like to include it in dishes. I've mentioned this a few times before, but on its own it can be bland, but in things it's really good. I've actually never had it in fried rice, so this will be a fun experiment. Also, if you don't have just egg and you want to do something similar, you can use tofu and make like a tofu scramble. And it just so happens that we have a recipe on our blog for tofu egg fried rice, so we'll link that down below. All right, our egg looks cooked, and now we're gonna add in the rest of our ingredients. So we have some mixed frozen vegetables here. I have some peas, green beans, carrots, and corn. And then we're also gonna add in our rice. This is already cooked rice, and it's just been in our fridge. That's the ideal rice to use. You don't wanna use fresh rice for fried rice, so I'm just gonna mix this all through. Looks and smells really good. So I realized I meant to add soy sauce, which is of course one of the ingredients that is mandatory for this recipe. I was supposed to add it to our sauce, but I forgot. So I'm just gonna be adding it to the rice here. I added about 1.5 tablespoons. Looks good, smells good. All right, now we are gonna add our sauce that we made earlier. I'm a little scared about this, we'll see. I realized I didn't fully oil the wok all the way around, which is why the edges are getting a little brown. So that was my bad. It actually smells really, really good. Looks a little mushy, but doing what we can here. We're gonna take this off heat, and then we're just gonna add some green onions in and then mix it through. Green onions are great because when you get to the end of them, you could just pop them in water and they regrow. You can buy one green onion and then regrow it like a whole bunch of times. They grow really quickly. All right, well, this is definitely a little mushier than I wanted it to be, but if it tastes good, I'm happy. We're done.
Before I jump into my recipe, I just want to say I know I 100% saw what Chris made because I was the one behind the camera, but with the situation we are in and with the resources we have, that's the best we got for you, sorry. I'm going to be making kare, which is a Filipino peanut stew. And we have this recipe in our ebook. I have a variation on our blog as well. So kare usually has meat and vegetables, and obviously I'm not putting meat in it, so I'm just gonna use tofu. And while Chris was making his recipe, I pressed a block of tofu, and I just do this. I don't have any fancy contraption, but I have the tofu container that it came in, the tofu, a towel, and then some books on top. And I just weigh this down and press the tofu. I've been pressing it for about an hour and a half. We have a video showing how we did this, so I'll link that down below. It's a really old video, so I apologize for the quality, but we've been using this method for like 5 years now, and it's really easy. I diced up my tofu. I'm going to pop it into a bag. I'm going to coat it in some cornstarch. So, basically, I'm just gonna put a little bit in the bag. I think I put a little too much. Toss it around, and I just want everything to be coated. Alrighty, so I have my pan going. I need to get my oil. Another thing is, if you wanted to, you could also bake the tofu, which we've done before. If you don't want to use tofu, you can also use vegan chicken, vegan beef. We also have a jackfruit option in our ebook. Typically when you make this recipe, you cook the meat and then you cook everything with the meat. We're not cooking with meat today, and I don't want the tofu to get too mushy. I still want it to have some sort of texture. Obviously it'll like loosen up as it sits in the broth, but I'm gonna add it at the end. My tofu was not cut evenly. I was talking to Chris while I was cutting it, and it's very uneven, but whatever. It's like rookie mistake here. So we're going to cook the tofu until it gets nice and crispy, nice and golden brown. And I'm gonna set this aside. Ow!
Ooh, you okay?
Ooh, hot. I touched this. Ooh! I'm grabbing my pot. I'm going to saute the onions and garlic in just a little bit of avocado oil. So we're gonna cook these until they are nice and soft, the onions are translucent, and the garlic is fragrant. I've seen kare be made with white onion, with red onion. I think it really depends on who's making it, but this is just what my mom does, so this is why I'm doing it this way. Also, pardon my pronunciation. I do not speak Tagalog, so I don't have the right accent, but I'm trying. I've actually looked into taking lessons. I really want to learn someday. Typically for this recipe, we use eggplant, bok choy, you can put cabbage in it, okra. I don't have any of that. So also green beans. So I'm gonna be putting green beans. These are straight from the garden. It's gonna be nice and fresh. They're super plump. I'm excited to eat them. I haven't tried them yet. This is our first time. And then I have some zucchini, which my mom actually sometimes puts depending on what she has available. This is not what we usually put, but we have a bag of frozen veggies, and I need more vegetables in this. I need more gulai. So I am going to be adding in some frozen veggies, just because that's all I got right now. Not that you can't do this, it'll still be tasty, but we don't typically add these veggies in it. Cook these until the frozen veggies are thawed, and then until the other veggies start to cook through. And the good thing about this recipe is, since I'm not using any meat in it, of course it's vegan, but In comparison to the meat version, this does take a lot faster, it takes a lot less time, I should say. You don't have to boil the meat down or anything. Sorry, I know we're keeping it vegan here. I shouldn't even be talking about that, but I just wanted to mention another plus of making this vegan. I'm going to be adding in some water, and when I'm adding water to a hot pot, I just make sure that the water is warm. I am going to bring this to a boil. So I'm adding in my peanut butter. When my grandma used to make this, she used to put peanut butter and then also put additional peanuts. So I feel like that's fine, or like the same thing, I should say. I'm going to be adding in my anato powder, or achiote or achwete. There are a ton of different ways that you can say this. My grandma on my dad's side, she says achiote. My mom says achwete. So I guess it just depends. All right, and then I'm also going to be adding in some vegetarian, no beef base, and this is what's going to give this recipe the beef flavor that is typically in the recipe. And this will also add salt and extra flavor, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna add some soy sauce. And we typically don't use soy sauce for this recipe, but I'm gonna add it as a salt component and see what happens. So wish me luck. And unfortunately, I have to add mustard to this, so we'll see. Oh my God, not on my shirt. Fuck. I don't wanna add it. Is that okay? Yeah, I just ate that mustard straight up. Ooh, it was intense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this hot broth here. And to thicken this recipe up, I'm going to be adding cornstarch. And my grandma, when she used to make this, she used to toast rice and grind the rice into like a rice flour and then add that in to thicken it. That is a little too much work for me right now, so I'm gonna take the easy route and I'm just gonna add cornstarch. So you just mix the cornstarch with the hot broth in a small bowl until smooth, and then I'm gonna pour that into the recipe, and then it'll help thicken the broth. I'm gonna actually go pick kale in our home garden real quick. I will take a little video to show you. All right, here's our home garden. And this thing is really awesome. We have kale here. I would put spinach, but we don't have any spinach. So I'm just gonna basically pick all this off right now, and we're gonna put that in. Ooh, we need more salt. And also, I'm adding black pepper as well. So my mom, when she makes this, she sometimes uses the Mamacita's flavor packets. If you guys have ever made kare or sinigang, there's flavor packets for them. But I don't have it, so this is actually the first time I've ever made it without the flavor packet. And typically in that flavor packet, it's just like salt, garlic. I think it has rice in it for thickener. It has the achwete. I'm also going to be adding in some regular salt, and I'm going to add in the kale. I'm just gonna rip this up and just add it in. And then I'm also going to throw in the pan-fried tofu, so that can absorb some flavor. All right, this recipe is just about done. It is nice and thick. It's definitely going to thicken some more as it cools. All that's left to do is serve it over a bed of warm brown rice, and you are good to go. So I'm gonna try my own first. I haven't tried it with rice.
Try mine too, I just did.
I feel like rice makes it so much better.
I actually really like this.
This is bomb. This doesn't have the vegetables that I'm typically used to, but it is good.
Here we go. I've had kare a bunch of times in LA. Jasmine's mom used to make it all the time. It actually tastes just like your mom.
Okay, I was waiting for it. I was like, I hope so. Oh, this is good.
I feel like they kind of taste similar.
I mean, they're both really heavy in peanut, so.
Right, very distinct flavor.
Yeah, like you couldn't eat these together. You would feel sick after because they're so rich. Good.
So is this.
Wow. So we can't really choose who wins because obviously I'm gonna be biased and I'm gonna pick mine and Chris is gonna pick his recipe. So we have two, I guess, two modes of breaking the tie. Does that make sense? So for one thing, you can vote in the comments below. You can tell us which one you would want to try before the other and give your vote to either Chris or myself. And then I'm going to text my friend Kat and ask her if she is available at this very moment because we're going to ask if she can
do a little taste test.
Thank you guys for being here today. Okay, so we did a vegan chop challenge and we had to include 4 ingredients in both of the recipes. So both recipes had to have peanut butter, soy sauce, mustard, and
rice.
Mustard.
So this first recipe is peanut butter fried rice.
No. Smells good. Oh, I'm fine with that. Not bad. Yeah, that's good. I love peanut butter. Anything with peanut butter is gonna win.
I like rice, so this is really good.
They have peanut butter and rice.
But
Perfect.
But yeah, I mean, it's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of tastes like. It kind of reminds me of Tom Yum for some reason.
You think we're just not gonna see that?
Or 2.
So the second one is Filipino peanut stew.
Ooh.
Kare kare.
Cauliflower in there.
I had to use random vegetables.
Oh, got
I
it.
didn't have everything.
Mmm. Yeah, it's really good.
Oh. I usually don't like peanut Filipino stew, but this is. I can rock with this.
What do you think, Tom?
I like the carrots. No, it's actually really good. I don't taste. It's like not overpowering or anything. It just tastes like.
It also doesn't taste as peanut buttery as the other one.
No, less peanut buttery. I like it.
I'm gonna have to say kare. This
Are you
one.
biased?
No, I really actually like this one better. It's not as peanut buttery. That's why I like it.
Well, I love peanut butter, so I'm gonna choose the fried rice.
Tom's the
deciding factor.
I would eat both. I mean,
No.
You gotta pick a chop
I mean, we would all
challenge
eat
winner.
Just lose it.
I'm gonna go with the peanut butter, the rice.
The fried rice?
All
Yeah, the fried
right.
rice. I really like it. It's nice. I like the peanut butter taste in it.
Yeah. But they're both really good.
So we hope you enjoyed this vegan chop challenge. We had a lot of fun putting it together and it definitely pushed us outside of the box in terms of what we would normally cook for dinner.
Let us know if you enjoyed this video. As Jasmine said, we did have a lot of fun filming it, so if you enjoyed this style, we'll definitely do more of them. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, say hey, let us know which dish you enjoyed more, and we'll see you in the next video.
Also, one more thing, we definitely want to get you involved in these videos. If we could maybe have a mode of having our audience pick one ingredient that's kind of a wild card ingredient. I don't know how we could do that.
We'd have to do like Instagram voting, I think.
Yeah, or we can pick like one follower to pick an ingredient or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can tell us in the comments down below. We used to do these videos in the past if you aren't new here, but we wanted to bring them back because they're fun. Sorry, I know you already closed the video and I'm talking again.
We're out.
We're out. Bye.